So the 2017 Oscar nominations came out this morning, and what was interesting about it to me was that it really wasn't super surprise-filled. I've heard a lot of people talking about some snubs and some crazy surprises, but I didn't notice the same ones that people did. People are talking about Tom Hanks for Sully. I never thought that was going to happen. Like, people are talking about some weird snubs and surprises that I'm not 100% sure are true. But nevertheless, as this is a review, I am going to be talking about some of the ones that I think were surprises, some of the ones I think were snubs, despite the fact that overall, I do think this was kind of a cold-cut year. I think now, looking back on the Golden Globes and the SAGs and the BAFTAs, the majority of those nominations sort of did carry over to here. So, let's get into that. First of all, a big movie I want to talk about that I think missed out big time was Silence. Silence really did. I thought it was going to show up big, and it didn't show up at all. It got a cinematography nomination, and I honestly think that's it. This leads me into 9 movies were nominated for Best Picture, and this shit has to stop, because Academy, either nominate 10 or nominate 5. Please, you are driving me insane. You can't keep just switching. If your regulation is 10, pick 10, or go back to 5. Personally, I think they should go back to 5. But if they're gonna have 10, get this shit. Fine. Nominate 10. Stop doing this 9, 8, all this bullshit. Nominate 10. Because Silence absolutely could have gone in here. The only movies nominated that I haven't seen for Best Picture, I think, is Hidden Figures. I'm pretty sure that's the only movie nominated I have not seen. So, I can definitely assure you, with the rest of those movies, they are either not even as good or as good as Silence. Silence absolutely should have made its way in there, as well as with director for Martin Scorsese. That whole entire movie of Silence is direction. I'm very interested as to know why Silence really didn't find its way into these nominations. There had to be a reason, because it didn't just not show up for picture, it really didn't show up anywhere, and I kind of thought it would show up in a lot of different places. So I'd be interested to see the mentality behind the Academy in not choosing Silence for any awards, and I actually thought Andrew Garfield would take a nomination for Silence. I was sort of in the minority for that. I haven't actually... Hacksaw Ridge is the other one I haven't seen. I have not yet seen Hacksaw Ridge. I plan on seeing it when it comes to digital or Blu-ray, but, I mean, I absolutely think that Silence could have popped up in multiple different more places, so I was pretty shocked to see it not. But sort of speaking of directing, another surprise for me was Denzel Washington for Fences. As I've said before in videos, not for acting, for directing, a big thing that they were doing this year was trying to show diversity, and I think they did a very good job with that. I think 3 of the Best Picture nominations are African-American driven, so I think they did a very good job in portraying that, but, you know, Denzel was someone, despite the fact that I'm not confident I would have put him in a category, I was sort of shocked not to see him pop up. I know he was in my nominations, and a lot of people actually didn't think he would be, but I was sort of banking on that. I figured the Academy would really, really be into Fences, considering, look, maybe some of my winners' predictions are going to be shaky. I'm like 98% sure Viola Davis is going to win, so I kind of thought Fences would be a big hitter, but Denzel missing director, for me, well, not for many other people, was interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of Fences. I liked it. I thought it was very good. I didn't think it was, like, spectacular. I absolutely think it should have taken a Best Picture nomination, but I was sort of shocked to see Denzel not show up. Another one I didn't see show up was Amy Adams. I actually, in my nominations video, I don't think I have her in my predictions, and as time went on, I probably would have changed that. With the amount of attention Arrival has been getting, just consistently at the BAFTAs and the SAGs and the Globes, I sort of started to be like, okay, maybe Amy Adams is going to take a nomination here. But she did end up missing out this year in replacement of Ruth Negga for Loving, who I did actually previously predict. So I thought that was kind of an interesting ordeal. I think a lot of people are kind of wonked out by that, and I really did. As I was watching the stream, Arrival got a lot of love. I think it got 8 nominations. It got a lot of different, especially Denis Villeneuve, who I don't think I had in my predictions. Even though I absolutely thought he should, I did not think that he would be nominated for Best Director. So with the love that they were showing for Arrival, I was kind of surprised that they chose Ruth Negga over Amy Adams, considering Loving actually also did not show up in many other different places. Loving I also haven't seen. I wanted to get around to it, but the three main ones I haven't seen are Hidden Figures, Hacksaw Ridge, and Loving, the one I was just talking about. The other one I haven't seen, Florence Foster Jenkins. This sort of came chalked down to I didn't care. I really didn't. I genuinely was sold that Meryl Streep wouldn't be nominated. I really thought it. I really thought this year, trying to show diversity, that they would not nominate Meryl Streep for, what is this, the 19th time? She's an excellent actress, and I think she's one of the best actresses of all time. There's no doubting that. But there has to come a time where you go, okay, are they nominating her simply for the fact of nominating her? I haven't seen Florence Foster Jenkins, so I can't judge her performance this year, but what I will judge is Into the Woods. The fact that she got a nomination for that kills me to this day. I don't get it. I don't get it. That movie's not good, and she's not good in it. I'm sorry, but like that's ridiculous. That was the nomination that made me go, huh? Okay, but I haven't seen her in this performance this year. I thought actually when Hugh Grant didn't pop up in supporting actor, which I think people were a little actually more cemented on him being nominated than her. I thought that would mean something, but I guess not. Again, I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not judging her in any way. She's an excellent actress, and I have no doubt about that. I just personally, with like the whole diversity issue, did not believe they were going to throw her a nomination. The other big thing, obviously, I got to talk about La La Land. La La Land is my favorite movie of this year. I do think it's the favorite to win Best Picture right now, and Jesus Christ, it had no short. I think they're saying it's tied for all-time top with Titanic and another movie that I can't remember, but all-time top nominations, which who's surprised by? You know, it swept the Golden Globes, which, you know, we knew was going to happen with the comedy musical, but like even outside of the comedy musical category, it took score, it took song, which we knew, but it also took director and took things like original screenplay, which a lot of people, including myself, still favor towards Kenneth Lonergan for Manchester by the Sea in terms of the Academy Awards. So, you know, having this movie get 14 nominations, I think is a very good sign in its lean towards that Best Picture win. Little spoilers for my winners predictions. I am leaning towards that. It's not nominated for Best Ensemble at the SAG, but that's like the one category at the SAGs that like I don't really use to determine anything. American Hustle won it a couple years back because it's like the best performance by a cast. La La Land is two main people. So, you know, I would be willing right now to lean towards that. But, you know, I think that was actually pretty interesting. I didn't expect it to like reach an all-time high, but it did. You got to a point where it was noticeable and you went, oh, okay. They're saying La La Land a lot. That was kind of crazy. I want to throw out there, I got all 5 supporting actor nominations right because I'm amazing, I think, and but I stuck to Michael Shannon. He was the one that I was sort of shaky on removing. Same with Lucas Hedges, but him, for me, like I kind of had that mentality, like I think we'll stick with him. Michael Shannon I stuck with. I think I talked about this in my nomination predictions video, that they did it before. They did it with Revolutionary Road, to where he wasn't nominated for anything and then got nominated for the Oscar, and I had this gut feeling it was going to happen again. I didn't think Aaron Taylor Johnson would be nominated for the Oscar, despite winning the Golden Globe. And was he nominated for he was either nominated for a SAG or a BAFTA, but I am getting a rampant amount of text right now. Okay, sorry about that. But I got all, for those of you curious, I got all 5 supporting actor. I think I got 4 lead actor. I did pretty well in terms of my predictions. I obviously wasn't 100%. I don't know anyone that really could be, but while I am absolutely happy with this year's slew of nominees, it was a little disappointing in terms of I never got someone to pop up that I was like, whoa, holy shit, that's crazy. Last year for me, that was Tom Hardy for The Revenant, who I actually, in my last year's video talking about my winners predictions, I'll probably do this again this year with a should win, will win. I had Tom Hardy as my should win, and I kind of stand by that. I thought Mark Rylance was great, and I thought Sylvester Stallone was great, but what I loved about Tom Hardy is that in order to be the best supporting actor, you either have to steal every scene you're in or meld in a way perfectly with that lead actor, and I thought the way that Leonardo DiCaprio on one hand was the physical side of that movie, Tom Hardy was the dialogue-driven side of that movie, and they sort of both melded together like that to form this really like flowy type of dynamic, and that's what I actually like kind of the most about The Revenant, aside from the directing and cinematography. But that was like a big shock for me last year when he popped up, because he didn't pop up anywhere else, and I mean anywhere. And I didn't really have one of those this year, which kind of sucks, unfortunately. It's always cool to have like a, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. Even though I didn't have one of those this year, though, I'm still very happy and sufficient with the nominations we have. I think they're all very deserving. There isn't really a person that didn't get nominated this year that I would point to and go, son of a bitch, I can't believe they didn't get nominated. That's ridiculous. Last year that was Jacob Tremblay for me. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but like I really fucking wanted it to happen, because like not only was he a great child actor, but like he stands on his own in that movie, in Room, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, I'm quite pleased with the nominations we received this year. A couple of the ones that I'll throw at you that I'm very happy happened, something like Jeff Bridges for Hell or High Water. Hell or High Water is one of my favorite movies of the year, and when I first came out of it, I was like, I loved it, but I don't think it'll get Oscar attention, and as time went on, I was like, oh, okay. And Viggo Mortensen for Captain Fantastic was awesome to see. Loved that movie, too. Very cool to see that getting attention. The Lobster for original screenplay, that was pretty cool. I was very happy to see that. People are talking about Deadpool as a snub. Guys, I like Deadpool as much as the next guy, but like, I mean, you know, Oscar, like, you know, Deadpool will do fine without the Oscars. I get where people are coming from, though, in saying that they wanted Deadpool to get some nominations, but like, you know, Zootopia actually not taking an original screenplay Oscar, I kind of thought sort of that would happen, but I'm very glad to see The Lobster in there, and that getting some attention, because that was also in my top 10 movies. I love that. That got some attention, but yes, I am very pleased with the nominations we got. It's showing diversity, which is what the Academy needed to do. People are pleased, and going into these next couple of weeks and the next month, I think we're going to see some very interesting things, maybe some twists and turns. So, in terms of that, things to look out for, probably next Monday, you can look out for my winners predictions. I am not making my winners predictions until the SAGs. There are a couple of things that I'm shaky on. For instance, something like Best Leading Actor. Right now, I'm pretty much leaning towards Casey Affleck. What was the real nail in the coffin for me was Denzel not getting a BAFTA nomination. But if Denzel wins the SAG this weekend, then I'll sort of have that conversation with myself as to, okay, who will win. So I am waiting for the SAGs to see who takes them. Obviously, you know, supporting actor for me is kind of still up in the air, while Mahershala Ali is the favorite right now for a lot of people. He's not like the absolute front runner in my book. I want to see who takes the SAG before I start making my winners predictions, but you will see those probably in the coming week, and then hopefully some more content between now and Oscar Day. I do have plans for what I'm going to be doing on the day of the Oscars. Some good content should be coming your way for that, so just look out for award season this month. Thank you guys so much to all who have been watching my award season coverage. I love doing this. It's super fun. It's my Super Bowl. I get to watch this every year and it unravel and everything play out. It's awesome to do. I love it. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, or if you agree or if you disagree with what I said, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.